等，我 click 錯咗個掣，唔好意思。
Ready?
Okay, how to get the YouTube link?
Go.
你繼續整啦 ，Alan Sir，我可以開始就。
好啊，阿 Michael 你開始先啦。
Okay, good evening, Hong Kong, Beijing, Taiwan, Japan, and Singapore. Good morning, our friends from North America, and of course, good afternoon, Israel and Italy. 北京、台灣、新加坡朋友，早上好。Welcome to the 5th Cyber Harmonica Concert. 好歡迎各位嚟到我哋第5次網上口琴音樂會，歡迎大家能跟我們一起分享第5次網上口琴音樂會。May I present your host for this evening from Clover 5今晚音樂會嘅幕後主腦，這個音樂會的策劃人 Mr. Yemin Chen.
Hi everybody. Hi everybody. I am declaring the opening of this concert shortly. I have to greet one by one.
聽唔到聲啊！
聽唔到聲係嘛？冇理由喎。
OK 啊，聽到啊，聽到啊。
嚇，聽到係嘛？
聽到啊，聽到啊，可能個別問題啊。
OK， 好啦，咁我繼續啦。其他嗰啲阿 Vicky 瞄晒㗎啦。OK， 咁咧就OK from Hong Kong, Jerry Wong representing Perfect Fourth. Jerry.
Hello.
Hi.
其實
Jimmy Chen representing again from Hong Kong. Angus, do we have Angus here? I see.
Yes, hello, I'm here.
Hello, Angus.
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
And from Beijing, Zhang 老师。
哎，大家好，Good evening， 大家好。
From Taiwan, 小面老师，小面，李孝明 ，Hi， 李让
，Hello， 大家好 ，Hello，
from Japan, Ray Yamashita. Hi. Is Arunori here? Not yet, huh? Okay. We have from Singapore, we have a big gang, Singapore Broadway Harmonica Ensemble.
Hello.
I'll introduce one by one later, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
From North America, we have Tom Stryker. Tom? Okay, got it. You can unmute yourself, Tom. Just say hello, yeah? Tom. And then...
Aloha from Hawaii.
We should have Professor here, Jia Yi, a little later. From Israel, Drew Edler. Drew. Hi, in the middle. Okay. My name is Alan Chen. I'm glad to announce opening of the 5th Cyber Harmonica concert. Well, despite the heavy blow of COVID in Hong Kong, we are able to run this concert smoothly with the help of every one of you. And thank you so much. I hope every one of you are safe, healthy, and happy in your hometown. Now, first and foremost, I would like to introduce the organizing committee. Rocky, can you unmute? Yes, Rocky.
Yes, here I am.
Yeah, he is co-hosting the event with me. And Clover 5. First of all, Angus. Say hello, Angus.
Hello.
Hello, Angus from Hong Kong. Okay, I continue. Clover 5, Isaac Wong, who is unfortunately having some throat problem. So he will just wave hand. Isaac. Okay. Vicky Fong. Vicky. Amy Chen.
Hello，大家好，大家好。
And last but not least, the MC for this evening, Michael Wong, all the way from Los Angeles. He is helping me with all the computer and also the script writing. He done a lot for us. Now we have a wide spectrum of participants, and we will introduce them to the floor one by one. Okay. We have the first one now. I pass the mic to Michael.
To kick off our concert tonight, our first guest from Hong Kong, Mr. Angus Tang.
Hello，
Okay. Angus 你好，哇！我哋第一位嘉賓 Amy 啊，我哋其實好幾年前咧見過Angus 喎，係咪啊？
係啊係啊。
哇！都係咁後生喎，好嘢嚇！咁咧就其實我哋上次Amy 你講我哋上次係點見到佢㗎呢個？
上次我哋係喺北京嘅口琴節度見過㗎，其實數數埋埋都4年前。呢張相係4年前嘅相嚟㗎啦。
係啊。
好啦，Angus 咧仲比Isaac 咧仲年青啊！咁咧就OK Michael。
So, our first guest is a fresh new blood to our Hong Kong music industry, with many awards in his pocket and a wealth of experience playing at a professional level. Please welcome Angus Tang from Hong Kong. QA.
OK， Angus。
係。
嗱，香港咧即係比較少口琴家咧，就兩樣都玩嘅，即係一係就玩呢個 tremolo， 好似Isaac 咁；一係咧就玩呢個chromatic。咁咧就玩得咁精嘅咧，我都即係比較少見啊。咁以我知咧，你都開班授徒啊。咁最近嘅疫情咧，對於你教學生有冇影響咧？
咁呢個當然係有嘅，咁不過就其實喺香港咧都真係不乏係玩藍調嘅，即係樂手嘅，即係大家都有玩。不過個平台咧就即係相對比即係其他嘅口琴係少啲啦。咁至於其實喺即係教口琴或者分享一啲口琴技巧方面咧，其實即係最主要嘅改變嚟講就係少咗面授啦。咁我諗呢個係即係全世界都遇到嘅問題嚟㗎，但係不過其實喺香港先係咁特別，因為個地方就細啲。其實喺外國咧，你都會發現即係好多人學音樂咧都要即係喺好遠嘅地方咁樣學嘅，即係難啲咧，真係拜師學藝咁樣面對面單對單咁樣去上堂，好多時候都係靠啲Skype 啊或者係 Zoom 啊或者一啲網上課程去學啦。咁如果其實對於即係喺香港或者接觸學生嚟講，最大嘅唔同咧就係即係對於初學者係難啲去學啲姿勢啊，或者甚至乎係數拍子啊，啲好基本要 interaction 嘅即係部分咧係少咗好多啦。咁對於高階啲嘅學生，譬如要學 jam 歌，好多時候要即係啲 timing 啊各樣嘢咧都係因為網絡 delay 嘅問題啦，會係即係難啲去處理啦。咁但係就不過宏觀咧，即係成個音樂界或者口琴界咧，其實都有好多方法可以解決到啦。例如好似有啲口琴家已經開咗啲 online course 好似 Howard Levy 咁啦。咁其實嗰啲即係方法都可以係即係學口琴嘅一啲方式啦，係啦。
哦，OK，咁或者我哋睇睇Angus 嘅表演好冇？
Wow, what a way to kickstart the concert tonight. I think we have a feedback video that we're going to show everybody.
Yeah, marvelous, Angus. And actually, Xiao Xiong, Zhang Xiaoxiong in Beijing gave a lot of credit. Can you show the Zhang 老师 comment?
非常棒，安格斯唐的这个 blues 真的很地道，很棒。
好嘢喎 ，Angus 好嘢喎嚇。咁咧就OK 多謝你嚇，多謝你。咁咧就
Thank you, Angus. Our second guest of the concert will be Mr. Chang Lee, 李让老师 from Taiwan.
大家好，
李老师好，你好，看见没有？
有，
看见没有？
好，有嗎？
啊，看見啦。
有。
Amy， 哇，你啊犀利啦！你好似同阿李讓阿讓神好似同台表演喎，好似。
太錯啦！呢個其實梗唔係同台表演啦，我哋係喺同一個場合出現過，咁我就好似 fans 咁，就揾阿李若老師影嗰張相嘅啫。
你真係好嘢啊！幾多年前啊呢個？
呢個都唔記得咗幾耐啦，好耐啦，睇落仲好後生嘅時候。
Okay,
Feels like yesterday.
Michael.
Hey. Bringing the harmonica to a symphony orchestra is no small feat. Chang has toured extensively around the world, and we are privileged to have him with us today. 李老師，
知咧就我哋隊長Isaac 咧就有少少問題問李陽我哋普通話就唔得Michael 你問一問好唔好啊？
李老師你好，
你好
看到您的 YouTube 頻道都有出一些當代的音樂作品好像 Debussy、Strings 和那個 Paul Lewis 的作品，可不可以跟大家說一下你的選曲的心得，還有演繹這些作品的時候，在情感表達和技巧有什麼地方需要注意的？
好，剛剛您提到的兩位作曲家 Paul Lewis 跟 Debussy， 他們都是我很喜歡的音樂家。那不過其實我那個 Syrinx 這首曲子就本來是長笛的無伴奏作品，其實我也是最近才剛聽到因為那個有一個網絡上一個好朋友月光那他跟我上課，他想要吹這首曲子，那他那個時候上課的時候給我聽，我才知道這首曲子。那我聽了之後發現還蠻適合的。我自己其實在挑選曲目的時候，我會看重3個地方，就是我會希望可以盡可能的發揮口琴的長處比方說我認為口琴有3個指標，第一個指標就是旋律要有歌唱性，有流動性，那這樣子的話，整個線條的表現、情感的展現，我覺得會比較適合我們發揮。然後我自己也不太喜歡用口琴去做一些很吃力的事情，比方說一些其他樂器的特色的技巧比方說像一些比較特殊的功法或者是像鋼琴有一些快速的爬音等等。那這些東西我覺得用口琴做起來可能跟其他樂器比起來成效沒有那麼好，所以我也會盡量避免挑選這樣子的作品。那如果說在這些情況都沒有，就是沒有這一些比較不適合口琴發揮的東西的時候，我再看第3點，就是我覺得口琴它的音色比較適合去做一些輕快的或者是溫暖的小品，因為它的泛音列比較窄，所以我覺得我在挑選曲目的時候都會盡量避免去選那種音色本身很恢宏的、很大氣的這種感覺的樂曲那至於我演奏這2首作品，那一方面就是因為我本來就喜歡這些作曲家，然後還有一個很大的原因是我從小就很喜歡聽 Paul Lewis 的口琴音樂。那 Spring Suite 這部作品是我剛開始學琴的時候就最喜歡的作品，所以我就挑選了這些曲目。
好，謝謝李老師。我們來看一下李老師的 performance。
哇，太精彩，太精彩啊 ，Michael！ 我哋咧不如請陳老師陳老師燕明老師 from the series Harmonica Ensemble to say a few words.
Hi, everyone can you hear me?
Hi.
Hello. Alan, can you hear me?
Yes,
we can hear you.
Even I can hear you.
Oh, my dear teacher, yeah. Nice to see you all. My name is Yemin Chen, and we are Serious Harmonica Ensemble from Taiwan, and I'm very happy to see all of you. And of course, Mr. Chang Lee, he is a friend of me for many years. My only comment is wonderful.
Right, you are.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, Chang Lee, I think he is one of the finest harmonica player in the world, and I myself like his music very much, and I suppose we will have some cooperation this year. I think so. So maybe next time we will play together. I don't know. And
can't wait to hear that.
Forward.
Okay, that's all. Thank you. Thanks for everyone.
Thank you,
Thank
Emery.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
So moving on,
Michael.
our next guest, someone as beautiful as her music, Miss Rei Yamashita from Japan.
Rocky sir.
Yes,
Hi.
here I am.
Ray.
Thank you very much for inviting me to such a fantastic event.
You know why? It's all because of Rocky. Rocky introduced you to us, and we are so honored to have you, Ray. Rocky sir, 可唔可以講兩句啊？
Okay, basically this is the third time that I collaborate with Ray. You know, the very first time when I met her, it was a summertime in 2019 in the Seoul International Harmonica Festival. It was 10 p.m. where we were having late dinner. She was sitting beside me. I can't move because, you know, she was so beautiful, so I was scared. And then the next time was just like weeks to months ago for certain, competition administration. The latest one is this one. When Alan asked me, bring in someone good. So I bring in, the Rei Yamashita. So I hope that, she will bring us wonderful music.
Thank you. Let's
Thank
pass
you,
the
Rocky.
mic to Michael.
Yes. If you live in Japan, you might have heard her music on the television, especially in the weather report. Seriously, Rei Yamashita is an accomplished musician coming from the world of flute and now mesmerizing us, and Stevie Wonder with her work in the harmonica. Let me ask you a question, Miss Yamashita. You have released quite a few albums covering many different styles of music, all lovely, by the way. Could you please share with us if you have a favorite song or genre?
Originality, film music made me start harmonica. About 11 years ago, I happened to listen to Nobuo Tokunaga and Lisa Minami playing chromatic harmonica on YouTube. I fell in love with the sound. I was moved. That's why I started play harmonica. Actually, my newest album is featuring film music. I love film music and more classic and jazz, pop, all genre love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's
so
hear
much.
from Ray then. Amy. Wow. Bravo, bravo.
Oh,
That was excellent. Bravo, bravo.
Marvelous. Oh, so nice, so nice. Thank you, Ray. Now your friend Arunori to have a few words to say. Arunori, are you here? Arunori?
Yes, he's here, but we can't hear you. Arunori, we can't hear you. Maybe you want to turn up the volume? Yeah, well, let's get back to Arunori later on. We'll move on to our next guest and we'll get back to,
Okay.
Arunori, okay?
Stay on, Ray. Arunori do have a few words to say, yeah? So we move on to the next guest first.
Well, the next guest is also the host for this event. Next up is Clover 5 from Hong Kong.
哇！
點啊 ，Alan Sir？
哇！到我哋喎嚇，本來咧就
喂，
我哋
你而家世界知名喎，你哋五葉草五塊葉，
唔係，其實我
五塊葉
哋
都好犀利。
呢個五葉草咧就真係寂寂無名嘅。係不過咧就因為搞咗呢個音樂會咧，多咗人識我哋，即係知我哋做搞手嘅啫。咁啊今日咧本來咧就阿隊長阿 Isaac 啊，因為佢喉嚨痛啊，所以咧就由我代表講幾句啦，係嘛？咁咧就你話出名就唔講啦，即係完全唔出名，但係咧就阿俊咧，的確咧就自己落嗰啲功夫咧，咁啊就家下咧就多咗人識佢嘅。咁啊或者你講幾句啦，好唔好啊？你介紹下我哋嗰隊啦。
Well, tonight's host Clover 5 is actually led by Isaac Wong, unfortunately, who's under the weather tonight. So I'm going to speak on behalf of Isaac. Isaac is also a tremolo harmonica champion. And this is a wonderful mix of players from different levels, this group. And it goes to show we can all enjoy the harmonica regardless of background. So now let's hear from the Clover 5. 精彩精彩，
多謝。咁咧就我哋咧就邀請咗CY Leo 咧同我哋講幾句嘅，咁佢就等佢最撈尾咁先至講啦。我哋你話都算精彩係嘛？都充咗啦。我哋
梗係精彩啦，
好水平好低嘅啫。咁多謝你哋包涵。咁咧就我哋 move on 先啦，好唔好啊
？OK。Thank you, Clover 5. Our next guest, his work has changed many. Our next guest, Mr. Yemin Chen from Hong Kong. Jimmy Sir，
開翻麥好唔好啊？
係，大家好。
係。聽到啊？呢位咧就係我阿 Sir 啦。咁咧就Jimmy 咧就係吹 blues 嘅。咁咧就佢就中意同我哋一齊玩。咁我哋有幾個咧就玩下其他琴咁樣嘅。咁咧就我就死翳爛翳啊 Jimmy Sir 咧就不如即係我口琴咪渣啲，俾我吹幾下得唔得啊？咁卒之咧就搞咗呢一隻咁就叫做Tequila 啊。咁咧就或者我等阿 Michael 介紹阿 Sir 先啦。
Jimmy 陳 Sir 咧唔淨係 blues 口琴黐咁簡單，佢仲要大力推廣 blues 音樂。拉咗唔少人落水添喎，阿 Jimmy Sir， 好似你
冇心插柳嘅啫，都係自己興趣。
我知道你當年咧就吹下，好似吹到冇乜癮，然後咧就聽到 Will Tang 呢隻 Moving On album 咧，又重新提起你對 blues 口琴嘅動力。咁我想問下，就係對於一啲啱啱學blues 口琴嘅朋友啦，又唔知點樣喺邊個方向做，或者喺技術上即係停滯唔前嘅琴友，有啲咩建議咧？
自己經驗啦，因為以前學琴嘅時候咧就資料唔係咁夠啦，同埋真係有啲技術上嘅位咧好容易 kick 喺度咧就停滯不前嘅，咁會好容易會即係可能放棄或者係等好耐都唔會玩下琴咁樣咯嚇。咁但係咧就嗰陣時阿 William Tang 咧就有張香港出嘅好少有嘅藍調口琴唱片，咁純藍調口琴嘅，咁裏邊咧有好多唔同嘅曲風咁嘅。咁有 blues 啊，有 rock 啊，有啲廣東 Canton pop 啊，有聖詩咁樣，咁令到我咧就真係好中意，即係令我大開耳界啦。咁我就嗰陣時我就立志咬實牙根一定要學好佢啦嚇。咁大家如果有咁嘅 kick 位嘅話咧，都可以揾一啲半音階口琴又好，福音都好，都可以揾一啲大師或者係好好聽你自己好感動嘅，或者好上心嘅音樂咧。咁你咧就會有個即係個立志去學好佢咯。
我聽完你吹，我都想立志啊！而家
咁同埋藍調口琴，我覺得有個幾好玩咧，就好似咧因為佢好多啲設備啊，你咪啊、喇叭啊，就算佢支琴都可以有好多種調色嘅，即係好多種調音方法。咁變咗你可以當一個娛樂咁樣 hi-fi 咁樣，或者係攝影咁樣，你可以玩一世都有排玩嚇，咁係應該都唔會悶。係咁多，
好多謝晒你，係我哋聽下 Jimmy Sir，Let's hear from Jimmy。
Michael，你知唔知最拉尾嗰句係邊個叫㗎？
我梗係知啦，George 嘛。
係咪搞嘢係嘛？多謝 Jimmy Sir 俾個機會我哋玩嘢啊！咁咧就我就 Can I invite Tom Stricker to say a few words about this performance? Tom, can you unmute yourself first? Tom, can you unmute your microphone? Yes.
Okay. Nice garden, Tom. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Tom.
Well, actually, you know, I'm in not North America. I'm in Hawaii, and it's like 3:45 in the morning right now, and I just finished playing for the night. But what a treat to be here. I have to say that Jimmy Chen and the group, they're just wonderful. Great to hear the music of the 50s and the 60s coming through on the harmonica. And most of all, seeing the harmonicas integrated with other instruments as it should be. Great job. We look forward to lots more music from you guys. You're well rehearsed. You're a treat. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for your kind words. 我知道啦，小松老師都好似對阿 Jimmy 有少少嘢講喎，係嘛？
很激動能夠在這兒看到金密陳老師的表演。其實說來，金密陳老師應該算是我的啟蒙老師，因為在2002年我剛開始學布魯斯口琴的時候，就是因為搜到了金密陳老師當時做的一個網站，我才了解到布魯斯口琴的一些必備的基礎知識，然後最後才有現在的張曉松。在這兒呢，我真的要感謝金密陳老師。
阿 Jimmy Sir， 多謝你啊！再一次多謝你俾個機會我哋喺度癲下。咁咧就我好似知道 Arunori 好似翻咗嚟啦，係嘛 ？Is Arunori here?
Arunori?
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, good. Yes,
oh,
we can
good.
hear you. Yes,
thank you.
Thank you.
I know that you have.
sorry.
It's okay.
Actually, I'm using a different computer from which I'm using usually. So the setup of the microphone was very bad. So I'm sorry for inconvenience.
It's okay. So you have seen the Ray's performance.
Yeah.
A few words from you.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether I can comment on her beautiful performance from the Beast of Japanese Beast. I don't know, but I think that anyway, congratulations on her great performance, and I think that everyone was fascinated by her beautiful tone, but a passionate but very dynamic and a very beautiful sound. And we are very lucky because we are in Japan, so we can listen to her performance very often, even through the TV or the radio or the concert. But now I'm very glad that everyone can listen to her performance through the internet. And I'm very looking forward to meeting her in August. I hope so, because last year the concert was canceled due to the COVID-19, but this year we'll have a concert, so I hope we can meet there in August. So sorry, Made.
Wow. Thank you, Arunori.
Okay,
thank you,
great, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Our next guest, full of energy and a master himself. Please welcome Mr. Rocky Lock from Hong Kong.
Oh yeah, Rocky sir. Okay.Amy， 我記得我哋上一次咧就好彩啊！我哋邀請咗阿 Rocky 幫我哋站台講幾句説話，咁好榮幸啦！今次咧我仲請到佢咧就幫我哋合作一齊搞呢個 concert， 係咪？
係啊！今次佢唔單止參與我哋嘅 concert 啦，佢仲會俾一個好特別嘅專題去為我哋介紹嘅添。
係啊。Okay, Michael.
It's really a great pleasure for me to introduce our next guest. He's also a Honor International Endorser and Feature Artist since 2011. He's an educator, winner of many championships since the late 70s, and also an avid collector of rare harmonicas, which, lucky for us, we are going to see some of them tonight. Rocky sir.
係啊，我有幾句嘢想問阿 Rocky 喎。阿 Rocky sir，咁咧就 我就留意到你啦，就你又巴閉啦，有一次好似你包咗架飛機啦，就同班細路仔去韓國比賽係咪？
我哋就唔係包咗個飛機，就個飛機包住我哋啫。睇下個片先啦
嚇。犀利啊！直情係包機啦，冇其他人嘅。係啊，咁咧就我留意到你咧，就喺青少年圈子裏邊咧，推動口琴咧係不遺餘力嘅。咁你可唔可以分享下你嘅心得啊？
其實咧個過程咧都幾 interesting 嘅，即係你要即係鼓勵啲小朋友啦，或者年青人啦，繼續喺呢個口琴音樂活動上高咧去奮鬥啊！呢個係努力咧，其實一啲都唔容易嘅。咁當然即係我自己咧就冇乜直接教嘅，咁啊我又唔教學校啦，我又唔教 one to one 啦，即係只係好少情況下低咧會提點下咁樣啦。咁但係我有一個幾特別嘅就係逢親俾我評判過即係寫嘅 notes 咧，我寫得好長。我相信係 one of the longest, if not the longest 啦。咁好多時咧，嗰啲係俾參賽者咧會喺事後會聯絡我㗎。Rocky Sir，其實呢個係點解嘅？咁啊。咁有時我會寫啲 note 寫就話你揾邊個老師乜啦咁樣嘅。咁啊當然啦，即係後生仔咧，其實你要講佢哋嘅語言先得嘅。譬如話你要同佢哋social media 啦，你要用佢哋啲 slang 啦。你識得同你父母講嘢啦，有啲嘢佢唔同父母講咧，同你講，你又轉達啦，等等咧，都係一個幾特別嘅點講啊，叫做係多維多面嘅一個 communication 嘅 channels 咁樣咯。
OK， 咁啊，好似今次咧就你有個專題喎，係咪啊？咁啊，不如交個由你講咯，好冇？
好。咁就我要個 screen 先嚇，呢個係得嘅。So everybody see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the topic I'm going to talk through is talking about antiques and no more chromatic harmonica. In order to qualify as an antique, a harmonica must be having his historical value or artistic value or functional value, or at least be very welcome and popular for a long period of time. But it just happened that the trend is over, and then the factory is no longer producing that, and then leaving this particular model or particular harmonica be regarded as an antique. So the very first one is, when we are chromatic harmonic player, the 270 is something indispensable. The very first one that I make it as an antique for my collection is all about the yellow highlighted things. It's merely because of the box. If not for the box, it does not qualify as an antique for me. And then for the 270, normally, the chromatic harmonica can be 10 hole, 12 hole, 14 hole, or 16 hole. In the very, very ancient time, it is called chromatica with the K, or later on with the chromatica with the C, and later on as a super chromatica 2, or lately become the 270. All these names are interchangeably, and then many other brands are following the same and similar logic. So for the boxes that I collect, they are actually having chromatica inside. And then if you see this model, it is the Chromatica 2 or Chromatica with the K. And then I also have another one, Chromatica 1. So all these models are no longer produced. They are, they're living in my drawer as something that I will, every now and then, but they are still very functional. So the second one is talking about chromatic harmonica, the slide. For the slide, that I have a very particular model where, the slide, the spring is on the outside, on the external, which is not the same as, the normal harmonica that we are seeing. The more, interesting thing for this is about the labeling on the harmonica. You see, there is a index finger location, and then there is a thumb location. So that if you are a novice starting to play harmonica, this would help you to hold the harmonica in a proper position. But one more important thing for this is that you see the whole number is on the downside, on the below, but not on the upper. This is actually the right positioning of the printing of the number. A chromatic harmonica player will not look into the upper side. He will look into the lower side of the harmonica if he really wants to locate a hole. This is very important. Okay, and then the third one is talking about a great innovation. This is by the late master, Mr. Chang Lee, and then he has his harmonica called CBH either 2012 or 2016, having a patent in 1972. But due to certain patent, the ownership, the issue, Honda only produced for a couple of years and stopped thereafter, making this model an antique forever. I have a couple of these. So these are my collection, the wonderful pattern. And then these are the outlook. And then this is the bigger one. This is the shorter one. And then you see, the slide is not on the upper side. It's not closer to the mouthpiece, but closer to the other side. The story from this model is very interesting. Chang Lee got his very first chromatic harmonica when he was still a teen. He started to learn by himself, but he made it the wrong way. So that's why he put the slide onto his left hand. When he become a master, he want to make his own harmonica, he cannot change. So the CBH is having the slide, the button on the lower side. The US patent, this is the patent document, that describing the inner construction. This is the wheel CBH12 silver that I got the chance to take a photo in 1999 when we invited, Master Chang Lee and Master Larry Ella to Hong Kong to host a concert. And then the very memorable moment with Chang. The next one is talking about the slide alignment. Normally, for the 12 hole, they are strict alignment. Although, some model may be on the cross, 14 are 50-50, and then 16 are normally crossed nowadays. But in the olden days, even the 16 is strict alignment, so that the slide goes a shorter distance, than the normal model. I got a chance to know of this, older model in 1998 when I traveled in France. I got hold of another master who showed me an old model used by the master French Chamel. And then, oh, how come you have a 16 in your strict? So I started to search around. So finally, I got hold of some of the older model of this 16, which is strict alignment. And then this is a wooden comb as well. All right. So another one of my antique collection is the Renaissance. This was done by Douglas Tate together with Bobby, I can't remember his name, but it is a Douglas Tate invention. It's totally without screws. And the direction of the slide movement was reversed, but without the bounding back like the CBH does. And then after the passing of Tate, Sado took over the production. But after a while, say a year or two, its production is stopped forever. So this is the Renaissance, very elegant with the wooden box, and then the imprinting. By Renaissance is number 5. Altogether, there are less than 100 in the world. So I got this years ago, and then with the imprint number 5, a very old model, early model of the Renaissance production. So this is the inner construction. You see, totally there is no screw. And then this is the top wheel of the Renaissance, showing the holes. When you press the button, the slide just moves the other way around. Instead of moving around from the upper to the lower, it is moving from the left to the right. Very innovative. For the chromatic harmonica, do we really need some slide? 1 slide or 2 slides? I got a model, which is 12 hole. Then there's 2, the slide on the right-hand side. And then they are used for, apart from the doing melody with the normal slide, there are certain, the special tuning of the wrist, so that if you press the alternative slide, you will be producing different arpeggio and chords combination, which is richer than the normal chromatic harmonica alignment. So you see, this is how this second slide can provide with additional tunes on the chromatic harmonica. Another question is, for slide, do we really need a slide for the chromatic harmonica? There is a model, I think, the very few people know, it's called Deluxe. The Deluxe is coming with, a number of variations. The Deluxe one is basically the 4-hole little lady alike. The Deluxe 4 is coming with 2 slides on the right-hand side, and then producing very interesting, the combination of tones. And then onto, right. Okay, the Deluxe 2 is the more popular one in the olden days before it stopped. So I got 3. The very similar look to this 270, but the left-hand side and the right-hand side are symmetric, despite there is a hidden slide. And then there are additional bars on the bottom side in order for the locking. So on the upper side, on the lower side, and then the full look, and then this is the dismantling, and then the lower side, further dismantling, and then this is the fully dismantled, the Deluxe 2. Back to the chromatic model in Asia. Very interesting. In the older model of Asia, chromatic does not have any style. They are just like, the tremolo harmonica, but with the upper line of the holes and the lower lines of the notes. Here are the chromatic harmonica without slide. You can see here is a wider division. There is no, there's wider, there's no. The wider one is to divide the A and B, which are both draw notes. And then you can see the upper one is C sharp, the lower side is C. And then China does have the similar model. Japan, Yamaha. And they're very interesting. The Tombo company is still producing this type of slide-less chromatic harmonica, namely the Tombo violin, the model, and the other one. But do we have any future for this, the slide-less chromatica? Yes. The Sato company lately, last year in 2021, they produced one special model, which is the slightest, chromatic harmonica with the 2 holes, 2 lines of holes, aligned in the upper side and the lower side, similar to the older model that the Asia used to have. Okay. I have shown you, some 8 models. The yellow ones are basically all around, the slide and the spring. The gray one are really of artistic, the paper box, the Renaissance, and the Deluxe. A model, no matter how welcome it is, one day it will become an antique. This is the fate. In the future, see whether I have the chance to share with you all my other collections, for the super high ends, super concerto applications, masterclass applications, the super 64 application, and the customized model, memorable brands, and also other number brands. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Rocky. That
very
was
much.
very, very informative.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to our next.
Okay, a living legend. This is my great honor to present Mr. Dro Adler from Israel.
Hi, Dro.
Hello there.
Hi. What is the time now in Israeli?
Well, it's now 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, that's good timing. Yes.
Yeah.
Good timing. Rocky sir.
Yes.
你係巴閉啦嚇，你可以將呢個 heavyweight 帶到嚟嚇。
I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Rocky, for this very interesting lecture about the harmonicas, because there are many things that I didn't know. I didn't know because I'm quite a long time in the business, and that was very educating. Thank you so much.
A great pleasure indeed.
Thank you. Just one question to you.
Yep.
When does a harmonica player himself become antique?
The answer would be never.
Good question. Great question.
Draw. Are you implying yourself?
Yeah, I feel antique a little bit. Yeah, but in good shape.
Okay, shall we go straight to introduce a little word about this master drawer?
Yes, this is not very often one gets to introduce a living legend, not an antique, by the way, and at the same time, founding member of a legendary trio since 1963, a virtuoso chromatic player, and now an inventor as well, Mr. Dro Adler from Israel. Rocky,
thank you.
Question?
Rocky,
Yes.
you have a question, huh?
Yes, as the most respected.
Israel 嗰個鬼佬 Israel 嚟嘅，而家係5點鐘 PM。
可唔可以 mute 咗佢先啊？阿 Vicky mute 晒啲，剩翻阿 Draw。
Okay,
Rocky.
Okay, Draw.
Rocky， 你要 unmute 翻自己啊 ，Rocky Sir， 你要 unmute 翻自己先。
Okay, sorry.
Okay, good.
Hey, Draw, I have a question for you. Your group is one of the most established and respected group in history, and up to now it is still one of those. And then would you share with us the challenges or rewards of forming, promoting, and keeping such for so long a period?
Well, I think the Adler Trio story begins with a lot of luck in the beginning, really. I think it's, you can call it luck or karma or whatever, because the Adler Trio started by an incident, a mistake. It was a mistake of a musical shop in Haifa. My father went to buy a chromatic harmonica, and the seller in the shop showed him a bass and chords harmonica, which he never saw before, and he said that he got them by mistake and he has to send them back now. So my father said, no, don't send them back, I'll take them. And that's how the chords harmonica and bass harmonica gets to our home and sat on the shelf for 2 years. We didn't know what to do with them. So that was really karma. And then the second thing that was lucky with the Adler Trio, that when we started playing them, there was a teacher in the little town that we were living who was so interested in the strange harmonicas, and he decided to write arrangements for us. And he wrote actually the first repertoire of the Adler Trio. And so we all are beginning to this legendary arranger, and his name was Baruch Lederer. So that was luck. And then we had to choose if we were going to classical music or what do we want to do. And we decided to go to pop music, to entertainment. Although we started in classic, we understood that we will have lots of more audiences if we go to lighter music and pop. So we started playing, and we made our program as versatile as possible to meet the needs and the demands of all kinds of publics. And we also are very lucky to be technical family, so we invented microphones for the bass and the chromatic, and we sounded amazing. Nobody believed that 3 harmonicas can sound like that at that time. I'm talking about the 60s. So these were the things that help us start in a good way. And also the cultural atmosphere in Israel was very welcoming to a thing like that was very unique and strange and surprising. Everybody was saying wow after they heard the three harmonicas sound like a philharmonic orchestra. So that was in brief, the other trio story.
You know what? It reminded me the first time I met you in Yokohama when we were playing the Retrofy dance. You and Cole, come over to us. Hey, Rocky used to play the bass like this, not the way you are doing. So that was really a poor bass player when comparing to what your group is.
Wow, really fascinating. Yeah. Let's hear a clip from Dro Adler, please.
Monsieur Adler, très chic. Merci. Le quartier latin de toutes Stillemans. 1, 2, 3, 1.
Thank you, Dro.
Oh, marvelous!
It's beautiful music.
What a treat! What a treat!
Thank you. Rocky,
this is Rocky. I have one other challenging question for you. How come you use two chords in one group?
Well, I was prepared for that question. No, because many people asked me why two chords, and by an incident, I have my chord next to me, very incidentally, and I use one for the rhythm, the second one, I do long chords. So it's like, it's for feel. It feels, it's like carpets. One is rhythmic, and the other. So it sounds larger.
Yes, very good knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dro.
Oh.
Well, moving on, we have our next big group for tonight. This
Yes,
group
Rocky.
represents one of the best in ensemble playing. Please welcome the Singapore Broadway Harmonica Ensemble.
Well, I have to say a few words, Rocky. You know, I have been, this is the 5th concert we've done, right? I have been trying to invite this group to this stage for a number of times, but you know, the way they play La Composita really impressed me. I mean, the music, the dressing code, and the performance style, right? They all amaze me. And thank you for bringing them to this stage. Rocky,
pleasure.
you want to have a few words?
Yes, you know, Mr. Bo is the lead, you know, basically, you know, the administrator for this, you know, Singapore Broadway Harmonica Ensemble. You know, we came to know each other in the early time of the Asia Pacific Harmonic Festival back in the 1990s. And then we meet each other, you know, every now and then for harmonica festivals. And then he invited me, you know, for times. You know, I do have one question for Mr. Bo. You know, I mean, how do you think your ensemble distinguish yourself from others?
Okay.
Mr. Bo?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can say in the Mandarin or.
Okay. So basically, I want to answer this question in Mandarin because all my members here are talking in Mandarin. It's easier for my member. OK， 我们这个乐队是一个纯口琴演奏的一个乐队，所以我们平时练习我们会注重以下几点。第一个就是乐曲的音色的表现，因为是一个纯口琴的演奏，所以选择口琴的配合种类跟那个音色很息息相关的。这是我们的乐队除了常用的半音阶口琴、和弦口琴以及复音口琴，我们 bass 我们是选了 double bass， 就是它的音色会很低沉。那么跟其他乐队很不一样的，我们有加了一支重音口琴，使那个音色更加丰满，这是对乐曲音色表现。那么拼谱方面，由我的搭档钟兆坤来讲解一下。
Hello, I'm Steven。拼谱方面其实是我们大体上都是量身定做的啦，就根据口琴的特色声部来分配的。最重要是能够合起来，大家吹出一个比较优美的音乐啦。因为我们口琴我们主要是说我们是吹音乐。而不是吹着乐谱的音符。我想音响Simon。
OK， 我是 Simon 所以我是讲那个音色控制方面的了。以我们过去的表演的经验真正不是理想的导音，就是90%都是90%的因素都是我们的现场那个音响做的不是很好。所以造成那个口琴的音色是比较怪的，就是我们要克服这个问题，等于我们就是要具备我们的麦克风跟那个混音器，所以我们是表演就通过这个音响放带给观众欣赏的，所以我们也是练习的时候我们也是用这个麦克风来
练习。
好了。
简单的说法就是说，我们对这个音响控制非常重视，你能够把 演奏很清楚、很优美的传达给观众。所以我们练习 microphone 是口琴的一部分。我们规定是我们平时练习，我们手上都有做 microphone， 这个是我们的一个很强调的一个练习方法。那除此之外，文勇。
Hello，我是文勇，也就是说，除了我们的音响这方面之后，就是说给观众一种视觉方面的享受，这样我们在就是给观众一种就是说在观众的感觉方面的享受呢，就是我们尽量就是我们要背谱。我们背谱的原因主要就是我们能够，因为我们用了那个无线的那个麦克风，所以我们背谱我们就不用一直盯着谱来吹，所以在团员之间我们能够互相的互动，跟做乐曲的那个需要，我们能够互相的那个互动，就是这方面就是应该是我们的特色。这样至于说我们的服装方面呢，就由我们的双笑来跟你们解释一下。
Hello， 你们好，我是双笑 cosplayer。讲到舞台表演呢，就是另一个重要的一点就是视觉和听觉。所以视觉方面，除了在肢体语言方面也是讲究之外啊，那服装通常是由我决定啊，是要穿什么服装，我们根据配合场地或者演出的性质。歌曲的那种表演的性质，来改换我们的服装，来迎合观众的要求了。所以这是我们的其中一个特别的地方了，就是我们所讲究的就是视觉的或者听觉方面的一些享受。
你们的 La Compositor really impressed me。的服装我哋
Maybe we can hear the video, see the video first.
Yeah, see the video first.
Wow.
精彩精彩精彩
Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
What a nice treat. What a nice piece.
Yes, very nicely played.
Rocky, 可唔可以講幾句啊？
All I can say is that the melody lines are very detailed, without any compromise on whether this is the the higher voices, middle voices, and the lower voices. Collaboration between the five or six are really tight, and it is really displaying the music as one single piece rather than anything the got in the market. They're very nicely played. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rocky.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So moving on, next guest for this concert, the mentor and the protege. Now you're in for a treat. Our next guest from Beijing, Mr. Zhang Xiaosong and Miss Yuan Yuan.
張老師在嗎？
Hello， 能聽到我嗎？
聽到。
大家好。
因為咧北京嗰度咧個 connection 唔係咁好啦，所以咧就阿張老師都將佢嗰啲資料咧就 prepare 咗。咁或者咧就由阿 Michael 介紹先啦。我哋可唔可以阿圓圓喺唔喺度啊？圓啦，在。Hi。Hello，
聽得見嗎
？Hello。
this is 圓。
能聽見。
Okay. Michael.
I'll make a short introduction. A dedicated musician and educator, Zhang has been performing and promoting blues harmonica tirelessly. And today we also have his protege, Yuan Yuan, a versatile musician with a lot of online presence. So let's hear their clip first, and then we'll go back to the Q&A because we have a video for that. So Amy, could you play the video first, please? Wow! Bravo! 好精彩，好精彩，好精彩。
Oh, marvelous!
Jimmy 係咪要有少少
Very
comment 先啊
enjoyable, very enjoyable.
Excellent. It was fun.
Jimmy Sir 可唔可以講兩句啊？或者我哋 Q&A 先定係咩咧？因為
QA 先啦
Jimmy Sir 講
，QA
先啦。
先啦。We have a short video.
Okay.
The question was, how does Zhang and Yunyun help promote blues and blues harmonica music in China? This is a short video, so please take a look.
好，其实这个是完全没有问题的，而且我们一直都在这么做。
对。
如果说大家有看很多圆圆的视频的话，一定会看到其中有很多布鲁斯风格的视频，比如说 Improvisation in C minor， 还有 Wooden Voice Blues，还有我会放一些就是我在酒吧里面演出的视频，比如说
Little Water 的
Juke， 对，还有 Big Water Hutton 的 What Spooky。对，还有之前一个波兰的口琴演奏家来中国，马丁扎克，对他来中国演出的时候，我们还和他一起在舞台上。对，我们3个人
同台演出的视频，我们都有放到网上。对，
是的。
其实不止如此，我们在一些就是所谓传统的中国这个耳熟能详的旋律当中，我们也加入了很多 blues 口琴的特有表现技巧和蓝调风格的一些表现技法。
是这样。
比如说我们这个翻拍的这个《夜上海》啦，还有这个给我一个吻，像诸如此类的好多，大家可以搜一搜，看到非常有意思的
那个再见
啊，张震岳的那个，
对，里面也加了一些布鲁斯的风格的改编。
对，其实我觉得这都是就是潜移默化的在推广这个蓝调音乐，但是其实有一种现象啊，就是我们不得不承认，就是我们中国的大众乃至我们整个华人大众的音乐审美这个取向啊，它实际上是更偏于这个保守和旋律化的东西啊，所以呢，大家这个就从主观层面上来说，更容易关注到圆圆所吹的这些流行风格的这个乐曲啊，这是一个比较主观的这样一个原因。然后客观来说，我们其实也是更倾向于让圆圆以他这个形象做更多这个流行音乐的这样的演奏，因为很好听嘛，吸引大家进来。但同时呢，就像我刚才说的，我们在一些流行旋律当中，我们加了很多 blues 的一些成分，
潜移默化的，我们也在做就是蓝调风格的一个推广，
慢慢吸引他们喜欢这种音乐。而且不仅如此，我们在教学方面，我们更是把 blues 音乐、蓝调音乐，我们作为一个中高级的必修的这样的一个阶段。对，尤其我们的不管是我们蓝调口琴网，还是我们这个口琴课小程序、微信小程序当中，这个学员学到中高级之后，他必修的必须是 blues 音乐、蓝调音乐啊，这是这个乐器永远躲不开的，也是他最擅长的表达的这样的一个领域，对不对？所以呢，
其实就是说，我们不仅是有在做视频上面的蓝调风格的推广，我们也有在做就是教育上面的、教学上面的，就是希望大家可以就是通过我这个路口了解到之后，你只要一直在了解下去，你就会受到我们的这个就是
学到 blues 音乐的。
对，是这样的。对，而且小松老师他就是作为一个蓝调口琴的这个音乐人、演奏家，他自己就有一个非常非常非常传统的布鲁斯乐队，
标准的芝加哥布鲁斯乐队叫 Motorhead 啊，这个我认为这应该是我们中国最好的之一了，对吧？大家如果喜欢可以听一听。OK， 我们会不管是我还是圆圆，我们会一如既往的不遗余力的在推广布鲁斯口琴和口琴音乐这方面做出我们自己的一份微薄之力。
是的，谢谢大家。
呢度阿 Michael， 哇！你一個字都可以譯晒咁犀利啊嚇！你喺北京住過啊你 ？OK， 我哋等下揾阿 Jimmy Sir 講幾句好唔好啊？
係，聽到啦，
聽到。
一句講晒正啦，同埋好高興咧見翻阿老友啊曉松啦，同埋阿出名嘅阿圓圓小姐啦。咁我真係好頭先好想攞支琴一齊出嚟玩㗎。
Jimmy wants to play along.
Yeah. 希望將來有機會同佢哋同台一齊玩下。
哎，張老師不在了嗎？能聽得懂嗎？
謝謝張老師。
Thank you.
我還在，我聽不懂。
聽不懂啊？他說他想跟你一起玩。
太好了。
Okay, so thank you again. That was an exciting video. Our next guest, an academic and a virtuoso in one. From Japan, Mr. Arunori Inagawa.
Hi.
Inori?
Yep. I'm here. Can you hear me?
We've seen Arunori earlier. Actually, my captain Isaac like to greet you in Japanese, but unfortunately, he got a throat problem, so he can't talk. So just wave hand to Arunori. So you two play tremolo very well. So you each admire each other, right?
Yep.
Perhaps I let Michael to introduce Arunori first.
What do you get when you combine a university professor and a virtuoso musician together? You get Arunori Inagawa. He has been performing with a lot of symphony orchestras, including the Tokyo Symphony. And please welcome Arunori.
Thank you.
So we have a question for you. You are an assistant professor in the Itsunomiya University, and you also play music. So how do you balance the time between teaching, work, and practicing harmonica? Do you have any method and techniques you can share with us?
Actually, I want an answer for this question too, but but usually when I was a kid, I practiced harmonica for about 5 or 6 hours every day. But now I'm working as an assistant professor to teach chemistry at the university, so I cannot take a time for the several hours every day. So I find even 5 minutes, I find that the time for practice the harmonica, but I only focus on the scaling or the etude practice. So, but in the weekend, I can take a time for the many hours for practice the harmonica. So, in the weekend, I practice the pieces, the concertos or something like that for many hours. But every day, I will find 5 or 10 minutes for scale practice or the etude practice. That's the current answer. My current answer. That's my current answer. Yeah.
It's important to practice every day, right?
Yes, I think so. Even a short time. Yeah, I try to do that. Yes.
I agree. Amy, please. Let's listen to Arunori's.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bravo, bravo,
Oh, breathless.
Bravo, bravo. Bravo, bravo.
I would like to invite Ray to say a few words. Ray.
Bravo! Wonderful. I was moved.
Thank you. Thank you.
We all moved.
Yeah, his music very I love music. Okay, Japanese.
Japanese, okay.
Okay.
Who translates that?
彼の正確なもう音の運びだとか、あとは美しさ、それ全部タングブロックでの、演奏、本当に尊敬します。また一緒に演奏できる日を心から楽しみにしてます。Please change English.
Okay.
Inaya-san.
Arunori.
Me?
Translation, yes.
Wow, that's very difficult because she admired my performance, so it's very difficult for me to translate it. I'm very shy about that, but I'm very happy to have a comment from her. Yeah, it's very thank you.
Just say 50% of her compliment.
Yeah, accurate. Yeah, that's good. Something like that. It's okay, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Very nice.
I can translate.
Thank you.
I must say, it's very,
He
very
said the
nice.
performance is very good, and Alan Chen is not as good looking. Arunori is better looking than Alan Chen.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Alan is much more handsome. More handsome. He's more handsome.
Anyway, it's really a great honor to have two masters from Japan to play. One after the other. Okay, Michael.
Thank you.
That was a very exhilarating performance. But moving on, we have another living legend and not a vintage from North America, the good old US of A, Mr. Tom Stryker.
Okay, Tom Stryker. Now, this guest is actually from your side of the continent.
Yes.
Michael.
My side.
Yeah,
My
your side. Perhaps you say a few words about Tom.
Tom learned from the master, became a master, play with the masters. Now, how many masters are there? I don't know. I cannot lost count anyway. But Tom's been playing with a lot of musicians all over the world, collaborating with musicians of harmonica and other instruments and everything, tour the world. And now I do have a question, Tom. Can you hear me, Tom? You can turn on your mic, Tom. Tom, could you please unmute your mic? Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Tom.
how's that?
Great, wonderful. How's Hawaii?
Hawaii is wonderful. It's the land of aloha.
Maybe we should have our next concert in Hawaii then.
I think you absolutely should.
Anyway, you've worked with a lot of world-class musicians with harmonica and other instruments alike, but I hear you're playing more as a soloist these days. Can you explain the difference between the two from a musician's point of view?
Well, actually, I'm not playing more as a soloist these days. I'm playing as a soloist in addition to playing with other groups. It's kind of diversified for me because each group that I play with is just so much fun. But before I begin, I have to say that I'm honored to be invited to participate in this conference. This is really, really great. Thank you. And hello to all my friends in Asia and all my other friends around the world, which we have gathered and met before. I find that playing as a soloist is really challenging because when you're doing solo work, you have to be fully prepared. And for the most part, when you get up with an orchestra, Pop's orchestra or a symphony, you don't get much rehearsal. You get about 15 minutes and it attends to the details of what the show is going to be like. So you got to be prepared. And one of the things that I find is very reassuring to me is trying to get in and hear the orchestra for the full rehearsal, sitting in the back and just calming myself down. Playing in the groups is really a lot of fun because playing in the groups, depending upon the type of group, a harmonica group, as we see tonight, is very detailed and takes a lot of rehearsal. But playing with other groups like jazz groups, it's a lot freer and a lot freedom of expression, and just much more of a joy.
Thank you, Tom. Let's hear from Tom, Amy. Wow,
Oh,
that was beautiful.
so romantic. I see a lot of comment from the chat room. I mean, so lovely. We have Professor He Jiayi 在 Professor He.
Yes.
Yeah, good friend. Yeah. Thank you for bringing in Tom to this concert. Thank you for supporting us all along, Professor He. Can you say a few words about this beautiful piece?
Yes, the Tom plays is so beautiful, and also with the great pictures. I love this music. Tom is a well-known musician in USA, and he did so many concerts around the world. During the COVID-19, and he still have the full schedule for the performance. And Tom is the expert for the modern music. I believe that's the truth. And he is also a classical player too. Yeah, he's a wonderful technician on the harmonica. I'm very happy to see him in this concert. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor He. Thank you,
Thank
Tom. It's really a nice treat. Michael?
So moving on, the next guest, a respected teacher, a pioneer, Mr. Jason Lee, Li Xiaoming, 小面老师 from Taiwan.
小面老师，他是小面，其实他是很大面子了。就是我们在几年前呢，拍個叫阿 Vicky， 係咪你同佢拍嘅 Vicky？
係啊，我記得係5月初5個人去台灣參加亞太口琴節嗰陣時拍嘅。係
啊，我仲喺嗰度買咗幾個口琴添嘛。係。OK， 小面老師。
是。
老師你好。
好，大家好，大家好。
你好，
大家好。
老師你好。
其實我很早已經想邀請你在這個 concert 表演但是你是很忙的我讓你現在介紹有幾位老師好嗎？你說說好嗎？
介紹這邊的老師嗎？還是
你這個表演好像有幾位老師一起的
曾經對有跟竹婷老師還有李亮老師。
竹婷老師可以見竹婷老師嗎？竹婷老師在嗎？
竹婷老師，鄭老師，
嗨 ，hello，
看到了。
你好。好，
還有李亮老師，李亮老師，
還有嗎？還有，
對，我有跟李亮老師有吹了一下，這樣嘿。
I'll say a few words about
okay.
小面老師, a prominent educator, a publisher, an excellent musician in his own right. 小面老師 is a driving force behind the proliferation of harmonica playing in Taiwan. Let's do some Q&A with Alan right now.
老師啊，老師，我的 Mandarin 是真是很爛的我有一個問題想問你我很早已經有一套那個 pocket bass 同埋和那個 chord 比較少用，但是我看見你的表演的好感興趣我在網上找的是資料師傅全都是你的，就是沒有其他人玩，你可以介紹你用這個 pocket bass 的一些心得嗎？OK，
這個好，這個是我們就說 small bass，small chord， 很小pocket 可以比較好方便攜帶 啊，最主要是它比较容易学习，啊，所以我就是用这个来教学，我觉得很有趣，所以我觉得这个就是 just for fun， 很好玩，嘿，哦，就是这样子一个意思，嘿。
好，我哋
Let's take a look at the video. There's some more explanation on it.
方式是2把搭在一起，好，2把搭在一起。那把和弦部分我们摆在上面，好，摆在上面，贝斯部分摆在下面。拿的时候呢，就好像我们一般的拿复音口琴的双口琴做法一样。好，那吹的时候呢，吹上面那一把就把它推出来，吹下面那一把呢就把它推出去，这样子而已。头不必要移动，只要动这个手就可以了。
睇嚟我都要多啲攞翻嗰支 pocket bass 同埋 pocket chord 玩啊，好玩。非常多謝非常多謝李老師
何教授要說幾句話嗎？
對
何嘉義教授，
何老師，
哎，你好。
嘉义嘉义老师好久不见了，好久不见了。
对，好久不见了。太好了，你今天这真是非常高兴听到你的演奏。So Li Xiaoming is a so gifted harmonic player, and he tried everything possible on the harmonica. I especially love his diatonic and 48 chords playing.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Now he moved to the pocket bass and the chords. That's too unique. So you did a great way to play this a small instrument. I believe after your show, many people will be, learn this way to do great performance.
Okay,
yes.
I have to
Thank
say,
you.
really take this opportunity to say a few words. Not in Mandarin. My Mandarin is Thailand. I like to thank 李孝明他从第一届到现在一直是帮我找一些比较出名的口琴家。He introduced a lot of professional players to me. I'm really thankful to 李孝明。
谢谢，真的，我只帮一点点忙而已，真的，您比较辛苦。
Thank you.
没事，
谢谢。
Okay, Michael.
Okay, our final guest of the evening or the morning, depending on where you are, a most talented quartet from Hong Kong, the Perfect Fourth.
Perfect Fourth. Do we have? I see Jerry Wong. Is CY Leo here? Jerry.
Hello.
What are the team members?
Hello.
邊位睇唔到？仲有邊位
？Ivan's here.
莊上度嘛
Yeah, I'm here. Nice to meet you all.
喺度。
Leo 上度嘛
Hi.
哎呀 Leo 上好耐，啱好忙啊 Leo 上啱啊，趕嚟趕去係咪？仲有一位係咪？
喺度 hello.
Okay, so we have Perfect Fourth. I like
Rocky sir.
Rocky sir.
Rocky sir.
首先我好要多謝Rocky sir 先，因為唔係 Rocky sir 咧，都好難揾到呢幾位大忙人。咁首先好多謝。咁咧就或者阿 Michael 介紹咗先好唔好啊？
Yes, I'll say a few words. If you think one champion musician is fascinating, wait until you see 4 champions together. You're seeing the future of harmonica music, ladies and gentlemen, the Perfect Fourth.
Okay, on behalf of Isaac, you have a question for Leo, right?
Actually, yes. Leo, you have been studying jazz these days, I hear. Will you be adding more jazz music to your repertoire and for PF4, and any future plans for PF4?
Right. So yeah, first of all, thanks so much for organizing this. It's just wonderful to see all those faces that I used to see every year. But so this is such a rare opportunity to see you all. So I'm really thankful. Thank you, Alan, and everyone who's hosting this. And for the question, I will certainly be devoting more time to jazz in the near future. But even if not, most of my creative idea will be heavily influenced by the ideologies in jazz. And however, as I learn more about jazz, I think the restriction in harmony with the chord harmonica might not be very ideal if we decide to dig deep into jazz, especially when you're approaching jazz, say doing some postmodern jazz stuff or free jazz idea, it is not very appropriate to do it on the harmonica. So in that sense, I would actually instead be approaching PF4, perfect fourth, with other musical genres such as folk music, rock music, pop music, classical music. But I think most importantly is how four of us share the similar taste, and I think most of our musical selection is really depending on every one of us instead of just myself. And of course, when COVID is settled, we hope to resume performing live more frequently. We hope to perform in international stages, festivals more frequently, just as previously, just as 2 to 3 years ago. And hopefully, with that momentum, we're going to create more and more lovely harmonica music.
Yeah, Michael.
Thank you, Leo.
Leo reminded me of his performance of the PF4 in another environment. Is Rock Around the Clock, right? You still remember Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley, actually. It's so impressive.
Oh, we used to play that too.
Fun too.
That was fun.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay.
Let's hear from the perfect fourth, Amy.
哇
Bravo,
太
bravo,
精彩
bravo.
啦，太精彩啦，太
精彩，精彩
精彩啦
，bravo, bravo。
Michael 我啲覺得咧，真係咩叫小巫見大巫嘅啫。人哋係4個人玩，我哋係4個人玩，爭咁遠嘅啫。我哋請阿 Rocky Sir 講幾句好唔好啊？
好啊，4個都好繁忙啊，即係好少有一啲嘅樂曲咧，4個 part 都係即係或者唔係4個 part 啦，5個 part 啦，3個 part 啦，都 equally 繁忙，成首歌都係冇乜停過嘅。咁玩得非常之好啦，亦都冇 compromise on 嗰個速度啦，冇 compromise on 大家個 tightness 啊，咁呢個真係幾 perfect 嘅。
係啊，阿 Rocky Sir 你講埋幾句英文好唔好啊
？Okay, the very busy parts, all 4 of them are busy playing, along the course, but the best thing is that they did not compromise anything on the tempo or anything on the tightness, so it's really perfect.
好啊 ，OK。我係小毛啊，阿 Leo Sir， 阿 Leo Sir， Leo Sir 喺度嘛？
你好。
啊，你當我係小毛啊嘛？咁我哋咧小毛就玩咗隻五葉草嗰隻Tango 啦。阿 Isaac 咧就因為今日唔方便傾偈啊，所以咧就揾我代問下咁啊，或者俾少意見好唔好啊？阿 Leo Sir。
唔敢意見唔敢，不過係真係好特別就係聽到，因為呢首歌。我應該講中文定英文啊？
中文都得㗎啦。
好啊好啊，唔係因為呢首歌係即係所有口琴人都玩過嘅，即係 Libertango by Esther Piazzolla 啦。但係我反而係比較少聽用複音口琴吹嘅 texture， 跟住我覺得嗰個聲咧係反而係再似啲 accordion 少少，所以 it's very interesting to hear that and wonderful playing. Thank you
多謝晒老師啊！阿 Leo Sir 你點下頭啦，係嘛？多謝阿 Sir 啦，係嘛？啊，我呢度宣佈啊，係嘛？我呢度宣佈啦。Unfortunately, our captain got COVID positive, and he just recovered, and the throat is very bad. So we are actually in a very difficult situation, and we make this concert successful. 阿 Leo Sir 可唔可以講幾句啊？你對呢個 concert？
Oh, I'm just really impressed by the entire show with everyone from basically the best players from all around the world, and a lot of faces are so familiar. Li Yang, Ray, I saw Isaac and then Dora Ella. Everyone. It's just, I miss seeing you all. And thank you, Alan, for hosting this once again. I hope to see you all in person very soon.
Okay, thank you, Leo. Allow me to invite Draw Adler to say a few words before we close. Draw? Yeah, can you unmute yourself first?
Yes. Well, first I want to thank you for inviting me to participate in this wonderful event. Really, I enjoyed every minute. And I must tell you, it is amazing how the harmonica community around the world became like a large, big family. Really, my feeling is to all the people I saw today, like they are my family, and I know many of them personally. But the feeling is the harmonica community is like a family, a big family, and it's a fantastic feeling. And if we are a family, I think my friend Tom Stryker and me can be the grandfathers.
Or
Yeah, and we are grandfathers that are very proud of the family and the grandsons, really. And I must tell you that, the first time I came to your part of the world was in 1995 to the Yokohama Festival. And before that, we, with the Adler Trio, we had the feeling that the harmonica playing is a kind of art that is dying. Because in the West, in the United States and Europe, not many harmonica players, And when we went to conventions in the United States, we saw only the older generations, but not younger players. And we thought that the days of the harmonica are going to end. And then we came to Japan in 1995, and we saw so many young players, and we saw orchestras like the Hong Kong Orchestra or the King's Quintet, which we've never seen anything like that before, you know, chamber music with harmonicas. It was fantastic for us. And then we started traveling to festivals, to Asian festivals, and we saw the development and the advancement of harmonica playing along the years, which is amazing. We as harmonica players never believed that it can rise to such a level. And with no doubt, the harmonica future is in your part of the world, in the East. And it's like, you know, I like football. And I said there were times that the Brazilian football was considered the best, and then it went to Europe. Europe is now considered the best football, with the teams of Spain and England and Germany and Italy. And the harmonica thing is now in your part of the world. And you have the best teams there and the best players, and it's amazing. And like in football, even the best teams have their stars, their Messis and Ronaldos. And you have some of them that are amazing. I call them aliens. I say this kind of playing is not, it's out of this world. They must come from another planet. It is amazing, really. And there are some that I can't believe how can they do that after playing so many years the harmonica, and I can't believe what I hear. So I congratulate you all, and I'm so happy to take part in such an event because it keeps me young, really. Thank you for inviting me, and I wish you all the best, and 谢谢 再见.
So you are no more antique, huh?
Not at all. Not at all.
The young antique. The young antique.
Michael, can you, on behalf of the organizing committee, say a few words to close?
Yes. 好快呢個音樂會已經去到尾聲啦，再一次多謝大家同我哋一齊度過一個充滿笑聲同埋靚聲嘅2個小時。下次預埋你哋，多謝，非常感謝大家的支持，是我們這個音樂會的最大動力。希望以後有機會能跟大家一起分享更多優美的口琴音樂。謝謝。On behalf of the entire team, I would like to thank all the guests for sharing with us your brilliance and artistry, and the audience for spending your precious time with us. We do appreciate it very much. And we hope you have enjoyed the wonderful music and wealth of knowledge from our guests. Hope to see you again soon. And this concludes the 5th Cyber Harmonica concert. Thank you and goodbye.
In Japanese, please.
Sayonara. Arigato, sayonara.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
多謝老 Sir，
多謝老 Sir， 多謝小面老師。
Ciao
from Italy. Ciao from Italy to all of you.
Ciao Giovanni. Ciao.
Ciao a tutti. Ciao to all of you. I'm very happy to stay with you. Yeah.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Thank you. See you again soon.
The most important thing is the joy of the harmonica family.
Yes.
I think you are all brother of me. He's a very young, was say the draw. We are the one family. All time very joined in the joy to participate and to give the young men the enthusiasm we have had during many years of play and many years of study.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Alan 就可以 end
Rocky 就
可以咩啊？可以 end 咗呢個先係嘛？
Goodbye, everybody.